you're playing as a tough guy, as this two-fisted action hero who's not a soldier, who's not a martial arts master, who's not trained or he's skilled, he's tough, driven to fight out of desperation and survival. You're gonna get ganged up on, they're gonna try and get behind you, they're gonna charge in on all sides. You gotta keep moving, keep swinging. You can walk into a nice clean room and totally wreck the place. The world is not just an arena in which you can take broken things and make them into weapons. You can knock stuff over onto people. Debris can get in enemies' ways. Heavy stuff can fall and kill people. Like, it's crazy. We spent you get out of fight, you pull out a gun, you'd be at distance, you'd take out your targets. We weren't getting the same kind of crazy chaos.
The original vision for combat in Samson was to hit like a freight train.
Tyndalston, asshole of the world. Everyone's either paying, collecting, or buried in between. My past mistakes are catching up. In this city, desperation's the currency. You can't outrun debt. You can't freeze interest. You can curl up and die in the street. Or you can fight the fuck back.
In a city in the 90s, so cars we know are going to be a part of the game. We know they're going to be a form of transport in the world and traffic, so they are getting you from point A to B. Samson, his loved magnum opus car is his weapon as well. You know, if he's tasked with getting this hit where this guy is speeding in front of him and the only thing is his car, he may have to weave through traffic and slam his car into his to push that car off the road or into a post or something to take it out. Another time it might be, he's trying to help his team through a heist or a hit and he needs to get them out of that location before the enforcement arrives, so it might be a getaway vehicle. It might just be a simple delivery tool as well, like he needs to help his gang get things delivered around town on time and he's the man for that. In-car combat, it's about it can be cars hitting each other, and it's the relative momentum of the two cars, like how fast the car is, how much mass they have is dictating the damage that's being done. Then the damage of the car, I don't want to feel a car just dies. Cars don't die. They're made up of lots of different parts. We have a part system that the player will feel how that car, the consequences of how those parts are damaged.
Samson, a Tyndalston story, is an upcoming action-adventure game developed and published by Liquid Swords, the Swedish studio founded by Christopher Sundberg, best known as the creator of the Just Cause franchise and co-founder of Avalanche Studios. Set for release on the 8th of April 2026, exclusively for Windows, PC, via Steam and the Epic Games Store. Priced at around $24.99, it has been described as a consequence-heavy noir action experience that blends grounded melee combat, vehicle engagements, and open city tension with systemic pressure mechanics that force players to balance survival, debt, and decision-making in a gritty urban landscape. In Samson, players assume the role of Samson McCray, a hard-nosed and debt-ridden protagonist returning to his hometown of Tyndalston, a fictional industrial city wrapped in crime, decay, and external pressures, where his crushing financial obligations grow by the hour and shape every choice he makes, pushing him into violent confrontations, high speed, chases and desperate jobs as he fights to stay one step ahead of his creditors, keep his sister safe, and carve a path toward redemption. The city itself reacts dynamically to player actions. with factions, streets, and individuals adjusting their behaviour based on reputation, completed objectives, and the passage of days, reinforcing a core loop where inaction makes everything worse, and each action point spent has meaningful narrative and mechanical consequences. Gameplay in Samson combines close quarters brawling, using momentum, environmental tools, and visceral strikes, with weaponized driving and reactive physics, encouraging players to use both fists and vehicles as instruments of survival, while the skill tree of more than 25 upgrades enables different combat and traversal approaches as players advance, and mission design prioritizes tension and intensity over sprawling scale, with an expected main story length of around 10 hours, and upwards of 25 hours of content for completionists and side activities. The world design positions Tyndalston as a dense, purpose-driven environment where exploration, narrative beats, and systemic pressure converge to immerse players in a noir-tinged crime thriller, rather than a spectacle-driven open sandbox, with Liquid Swords emphasizing that the game is not meant to directly compete with larger AAA open-world franchises, but instead deliver a focused, high-impact experience built around tight systems and brutal consequence, reflecting the studio's intent to refine every element of the game's design, rather than pursue breadth alone. As of the 27th of February 2026, the most recent coverage highlights the confirmed April 8th release date, PC exclusivity at launch, the debt-driven action loop, and developer commentary on industry conditions as the title nears its debut, positioning Samson, a Tyndalston story, as a distinctive, mid-budget action title with stylistic roots in noir and systemic gameplay that challenges players to fight both the city and the clock. Now you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!